Gamers, we're back. We've had some very creative Bazaar runs in the striped shirt, man. Mid wins, but to be honest with you, like if you ask me 3 Bazaar runs, this is the 3rd one recorded today, but I'd rather have, you know, like a 10-piece and 2 zeros, or like 2 5s and a 7. I'd rather have 2 5s and a 7, man, any day of the week. Maybe that's automatic. Some people would rather feast and famine. These are really bad. I feel like Toxic Coral is at least is kind of like a one-stop shop early. Horrendous choices, bro. Please, God, give me the spider in a jar. No spider in the jar. That's okay. This is okay. Not good. This is expensive. The heal might be more valuable, but the roll is just too much, man. I think you run just Coral into this fight, which is madness, but I think it's the play, man. And then, like, Banana Bowl is the... It's gotta be what you fight here, right? Because, like, that's an okay buff. This is fine. Duct Tape is usable, and Healthy Jolt is, like, pretty amazing. But at least Poison and Heal seem to be overpowered early. A lot of early builds, you know, you haven't had a lot of time to go to shops. They run out of sustain. Like, they don't have any sustain. The guitar doesn't go to 11, you know? And then the Coral, it gets better the more aquatics you buy, and we got lots of money. It'd be nice to upgrade it so we can scale it faster. I have a feeling you might be able to run this long term, but I do think it's going to be dookie for a bit. Can I get some aquatics? Like, this is criminal what you're doing to me. There we go. Okay, there's something. Your poison items have +1 poison. It's not nothing. Then this would be a great chance to purchase some aquatic items. You're aquatic. You're aquatic. You're aquatic. You're aquatic.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
And then Zor Acid, I mean, I don't think there's really any synergy with it. We don't want to build around it. Like, although the last run wasn't bad. It wasn't bad in the whole scheme of things.
More fun. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen
Let's see what you got here.
storm.
Pet Rock, Icy Bolus. This is what I mean by a lack of sustain. They got their own poison, but our poison clears it. And just being real with you, I don't see how they could possibly beat me on this one. I don't think the freeze is going to be relevant. Our seaweed's going to keep us in the game. We're going to be, like, cleansing the poison. We win these easily. So that's a good start, man, because, I mean, I was going to say this is when Coral's at its weakest, but that's probably not true because it doesn't scale super well, but it did start in, like, a very decroded position. There's something, man.
Like my
We get
crew
there.
says at the bar.
Another round! Not interested in taking the Tyrant's Whole Kingdom today. Oh, sorry. I've data mined. That's only a day 7 voice line for Vanessa. Sorry. Are you kidding me? I like Curio. You're just showing up too early, man. I don't have the kind of capital to be popping off like that. The upgrade is a given. You need to scale faster.
Our items have lived. They have stories.
Okay, what do we got? I'm pickle rich. Puppetis doesn't really have anything I think Coconut Crab might just have, like, the best skill for us. 40 shield doesn't really matter, but, like, 800 shield might matter once we got on into later days. So how do we scale on this one? We buy as many aquatics as we can. Preferably ones that were, like, also useful for us as well. Enchant seaweed as early as we can, which is probably not for quite some time. Hey, that's an aquatic. I love that for us. We'll definitely put it on the board. You presumably are going to have some aquatics in there. That's an aquatic. That's an aquatic too, and it works with Zor Acid. Then a skill. Ammo. Loot. Give me bronze tier item. Tried to sell this, something from the store back to itself again. You're never gonna make it. You're gone. You're on the board. Chum is interesting, man. Would you rather have Chum or Vents? I think we'd rather have both and not have a Narwhal or a Clamora. Probably the Clamora. Because at the very least... Well, you do bonus crit damage. You go up more often. I think we're in for some long fights. I think that's the play right there. Small non-weapon, man. It could have easily been something we already had. It did scale you at least. Okay, Vanessa. For some reason, we got their name up in lights there. I don't know what's going on with that.
Not to squabble with nobodies. Go ahead. Underestimate me.
I'm not saying we got this like locked in. What the heck is Radiant Micro, Dave? Burn 6 when you use a small. Charge this 1 second. Okay, it's gonna get charged like crazy from dive weights. I don't know where you got that from. It's horrible. Like, it's not your fault, but it's horrible for you that we ate a crit grenade to the face and like just kept on coming, man. That's gotta sting.
Bring her about. I've got
another salvo in me. Ludwig laugh? Sorry. I'm not sorry. You're welcome. How about that? This is big. This is the kind of scaling we want, man. Finn's big bite, and then heal items gain 20 heal. Takes some time to get there, don't get me wrong. Small aquatic. I don't know if at some point, presumably, we're going to put you on the board. You could give us some scalers, but I think we go eccentric ether, right, to keep it pumping here. Just wondering, maybe we'd rather haste you. It's only 1 second, but yeah, let's do it this way. I can't even remember what you have. Although rigged is really good. And the Temple Expedition ticket. How delightful. How droll, Niles. I think I could be persuaded to be excited about getting scrapped, too. Assuming we win the fight. Which... I think we're in a very good spot. It's hard because we don't do direct damage to the shield, but they gain shield so slowly that it's like, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Turn the lights off when you leave.
Oh, turn the lights off. No comment. Don't want it. Maybe transformable, but I don't know. Okay, this is a given, man. You need to give us double the haste. That's a huge upgrade. The board expands. Upgrade a bronze? I think it's a given again, man. The volcanic vents get a lot better. Even if burn is not a win con. Like, it doubles the efficacy of the item. Right, most... Okay, so I put you on the left. You transform this into a large, even though you'll have 1 empty space on the board. I actually think you do, man.
I say one person's daydream.
Who knows what it could be? Pirate ship that attacks twice. That mogs the piranha, at least. I don't think it really changes all that much. And I don't think we're really gunning for a pirate ship build. But I think it's an improvement over the piranha, at least. I don't think it counts as getting an aquatic for you, unfortunately. Okay, so they're a burn-heavy build. We got pretty good shields. Do they scale? They do scale the burn. That's nasty. They're applying quite a lot of it. It's hard out here. Life's tough, man. Oh! Dooley, dooley, dooley. Dooley, 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 can't you see? Sometimes Vanessa's better than thee. I can't stand your robot ways. Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom, please. Don't say good. That was not good. A forced rhyme. Give me some of that. Give me some of this. No, man. Give me some of... Give me some of this. Health scale me early. Am I too big for my britches on this flame juggler stuff, man? Call me crazy. I feel like we might be able to fight it, man. We might be able to sustain it. I say this every time and then I lose. We get like 50 burn on us immediately. Yeah, but then the rest of the burn applies so very slowly. Hold. Hold. We're just holding. Dude, they don't get any stronger. We got there. Okay, you just gotta survive the opening salvo. And actually, we can definitely rework our board with some of these items.
My second act.
The free burn 15 would actually be kind of sweet, too. That's not the one we wanted, to be fair. We wanted basically anything but those, but... Poison items have +2 poison for each weapon. Items have 8% crit chance. When you crit, your heal items gain heal. Dude, wait a second. There's something in here. Cut you. Run Chum Bucket. Better crit chance. Scale your healing items, which scales your poison.
Welcome to Gigamart. Can I help you find everything?
Welcome to Gigamart, they said. Welcome to Gigamart. You might actually fit better than Flagship, man. 6 seconds, 7 seconds with a double cast. You're not gonna make it. I think I can cut you and then feel comfortable running that for a second. Hoping to buy aquatics, of course. That's very nice. You're an aquatic, so I'm going to buy you. You're quite expensive, though. Now we got lots of defense, and defense is like what we're looking for. I think we probably just want free tool, to be honest. That's better than spending 4 on it. Zelfar. Perfect Zelfar.
No, I'm a bit of a legend.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, type stuff. Figurehead. They're a scaling... Virus might be the sort of item to tick me off, man. I can already tell. My Zord Acid has become a virus. Everything's becoming a virus. Oh wait, I've infected you with so much poison, man. You're dead to poison. Alright. I don't really know what happened there, but I'm stoked. That's 4 wins. So that worked for you like 3 times, huh? Up to this point, you hadn't lost a round with that build. Just curious is all. Frost Potion. I did say Frist. Frost Potion, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. You could transform Pord. I don't know really what we'd be looking for, but what else we got? Medium. We got some mediums here.
Nothing huge. All about moderation.
That's aquatic.
Oh, I think
it's starting to get a little expensive, but that's, you know, ideally that's what the Cove is for. I'm having that moment where I'm looking at my board and going, it doesn't do anything. Wait. It doesn't do anything? Sure, man. That's something. Probably, I think it mogs the catfish, which has no reason to be on the board. Colonel or Mod Squad? I feel like the chance to get Cinders. Not that we're necessarily trying to build Burn. I also see like Fireclaw and Sunlight Spear on builds. But the catch is, I think it's like they're all Mac builds. Heal equal to 10 times this item's burn. This has burn equal to 50% of the burn on your other items. Deal damage equal to the regen and burn on both players. Burn equal to your regen. I mean, you could just look at the stats right now and be like, that's not very good. We might be better off with Vengeance, because it's just, it's brainless. We got a Restorative Fireclaw. I guess it's a great, you know I'm going to say it. I think it's a great transformation target. I think at this point we got to dump the Cove to have some money. Cinders, please, my lord. XP is also really good. Non-weapon items. I'd love to see some more aquatics, of course. You know what? You're cramping my style, brother. Buy the Cove. Again, it's aquatic. Buy the Chum. We're going pig mode on Vanessa, man. The sick part is you guys seem to love it. One of you? Want to use? sell ya. Cove Gumballs kind of goes nutty, but with whose money, bro? With whose money? I guess I'll just take 6 regen and save a little bit. 4 win Vanessa on level 6. Okay, it never ends. We're going to get a small that we probably have to sell. Our run, I got to remind myself, even though it looks like our build does nothing, it actually does a lot. It puts up a lot of shield, which is great against weapons, particularly those that don't scale. And it brings out a lot of heal, which is awesome because it cleanses damage over time. So I actually think we might be kind of cracked. Like, their build looks basically exactly the same as ours. Except they appear to... I don't know. I don't know. I think we're winning. I don't know what's going on with their skills. We're stacking shield better than them. We're cleansing poison better than them. Because every time we crit, I get this feeling. And every time I heal, I poison your sides. I see now, man. It's because we took that this skill I never take. Improvised heal. And you guys are critting, like, with some regularity. Okay. Dude, we built an accidental, like, defensive dynamo on Vanessa here. We're going pig mode on Vanessa. Okay, obviously, you gotta go. You can go. And then the question is, how important is chocolate to a fella like yourself? And the answer is, like, very. I feel like I could dump you, to be honest. This is a crazy spend, but I don't feel like you're generating, like, more than 2 to 4 gold a day, so I don't really care. These are quite expensive, though. It's getting very expensive to buy golds to buff coral. Always like this one, though. Lifesteal. When you poison, this gains 15 damage. We don't really poison that much. It's a little deceptive. You're aquatic, and you give us an aquatic. So I'm replicating the port, but in a smaller mindset. I don't even know what Infernal does, but again, we're a semi-burn build. I think we have to give it a try. Wait, I think you have to kill Infernal quickly. I think I might have ruined my own life here. Because don't you eventually, very soon, start burning for like 500 every time you do anything? Yeah, this seems insanely bad. We have a nice shield, don't get me wrong. Oh, but every time we heal, we cleanse. And every time we kiss, I feel it inside. We won easily, man. I mean, when you burn, your weapons gain damage is very interesting. When you burn, your items gain crit chances. Actually, we don't burn very much yet, but like, it's an interesting idea. Upgrade to silver or lower.
I respect loyalty. But Kev's not.
I think the extra 50% haste matters. I think it matters. Don't judge me. I think it matters. Expedition ticket or Colts? I'm gonna reroll on that. I'll draw 20 on that one. Trash? Those are all burn items.
Excellent choice.
They weren't aquatics, man. I don't know what you want from me. They weren't aquatics, so I don't take them. What do you got, Vanessa? Level 7 Vanessa. Sean Connery, if he was me playing the Bazaar right now against this opponent. Seven win Vanessa, Money Penny. He'd always be talking like that. Blofeld, you ignorant. He says a lot of stuff. We don't need to repeat it. Okay, this scares me, man. Because, like, you got basically the build that I love to have. Yeti Crab plus Elemental Depth Charge. Sorry, for a brief moment I forgot what it was called. That being said, I can't help but feel like we're doing enough poison to not be that afraid. You're going to be applying a lot of poison, but you've also had a lot of poison applied to yourself. Ever consider that? I'm getting a big head, man, because every single run, I think, except one, or every single fight except one, we have like finished the fight, not to quote Master Chief, but with like more health than we started. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna take some basic chocolate bars here. I don't really think we care about regen, honestly. We heal so much so quickly.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
I can't believe I'm going gold
The people thought it was
on that, but this is a rare case where that's not actually that valuable. You are aquatic, but again, we can't really make you work. I'm trying to get me into a position where I can transform this this claw.
Poison is a historically misunderstood art.
Poison. When you burn, your poison items gain poison. When you poison, your burn items gain burn, man. That's more poison scaling. That's huge.
It's Professor
Chili Charles? I'm trying to think. I don't think we care. I think Treasure Turtle has some healing skills. Never mind. Treasure Turtle has silver seaweed, which would be kind of nice, and an expedition ticket. Nice to have 20 gold for the expedition ticket, man. I don't really remember what the relics are, to be honest, but still. They are cleansing the poison, but not as fast as I'm applying it, man. We take those. We take those. Any day, including Monday, which is what today is.
pathetic, as spineless as a jellyfish.
A diamond pearl already? Transform.
What have you got? Wish it was something else? Maybe it is.
Transform this. Restorative shark claws. Not what we're looking for, but I'm not upset. There are builds where I could see that working. I'm not so upset that I'm just going to sell the thing. What do you got here? Clorox 36. At one point, if we keep this up, we may actually get 1 level advantage on our opponents, which is very helpful, man.
Not to squabble.
What are you, eels? Flagship Shark Claws Cutlass. All weapon build, I feel like we mog you severely, I'm sorry to say. We got incredible defense. You're going to scale too slow, I'm guessing. And, I mean, you have no defense whatsoever to deal with the poison that we're putting out. No lifesteal, no shields. I feel like we're chilling on this one. So that's straight to 7, man. This is a great run.
Another round.
Can we take the Tyrant's whole kingdom? Like, I've been itching for it the whole time. If we could just take the Tyrant's whole kingdom, that would really hit the spot for a fella such as myself. But first, before we do that, we gotta sell Piranha. And Silencer, even though it would make you go faster. 20 gold. Small friend? Taking a bit of a risk on that. Honestly, maybe this is the way, man. We've got an advantage. Keep stacking that advantage up. 50 health at a time. It's not costing you anything. Transform this.
Too much on reality.
Ride that tide.
Okay, we can't take out our burner. That's a given. Can we take out coral armor to put in restorative rowboat? Charge adjacent items 1 second and then heal. It's going to heal a lot because of the every time we crit. Like pull you, place you. You have a 4.5 second cooldown. I'd love to charge vents faster because it scales poison faster. And I would love to, I mean, to be honest, charge the chum faster so we crit more often. This is a very, very different sort of setup than what I'm used to. I want to see how it fares here against Dr. Vortex. I don't think he really got anything I'd want to keep, but every time we crit, I'm just seeing how it affects the heals as well. Well, the heal is like fairly inconsequential if I'm being honest, but the fact that it's yet another heal I think gives us a better chance against damage over time builds. You know what I mean? Because like it gives us more time. The heals coming at staggered timings is good. Plus, I think there's some cleanse involved. And now I have a lot of money. Holy cow.
Risk at the edge of the fountain.
Now,
Enchant
this
an
is how you
item with
win a war.
shield effects. I feel like we need to save a damage over time enchantment for you. The shield effect. You go off pretty often. You go off less often, but you'd get 160 shield. You'd only get 40. Do you go off 4 times faster? You probably do at this point, man. You probably do. I think you're in the army now because we just made you all you could be. I'd love some skill upgrades. I'd love aquatic items, but this is a much rarer shop. Faster scaling damage over time, but to be honest, I would want both. Phantom Turret is a crazy name, man.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago who wants to take
My
the
fight is
Tyrant's whole kingdom or whatever.
But if you insist,
Elemental Depth Charge, Yeti Crab, not surprising. Powder Keg with a 16% crit chance. We have a little bit of shield to counter that. I'm a little worried about their poison, but I think defensively we survive this. The poison's coming in pretty hot. Wait, we're not cleansing? I've been under the impression I was promised there would be cleansing. All right, they just got a great build, honestly. We don't need to cry about that. What do we got going on here? 200 health for free? 200 health for free is pretty good. Or 150 health for 10 gold. Not as good. Peril. I'll often take the temporary boost, man. 50 heal on all of these seems really good. Foundation Revenant. Well, we'd love the skill that raises our crit chance so we can... I don't know if go infinite is probably not the right word, but you get the idea. I still think our defense will hold. Just give it a second for the crits to start flying. The crits start flying, the heals start flying. There is a cleanse, man, because we were cleansing our poison with every time we heal. That's why we have, look, 123 poison. A heal goes up, well, we got down to 114 somehow. I don't know. Either way, I'm not scared about that. +5 poison on other items. Tempting, but I think we snooze it.
By not taking my class,
Poison skills, though. When you poison, gain 1% crit chance. First time you use an item, haste 2 poison. First time you use a large. I'm rolling on this one. We need to be better. When you crit, your poison items gain 1 poison. First 4 times you use a weapon, charge a poison item. When your enemy uses an item, poison 1. I think they're going to use an item more often than we're going to crit. I'm embarrassed, to be honest, that I think I even had to think about it. I really would like an expedition ticket, actually. Hang on, another temporary bonus? An 1100 shield, just in case.
you should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share.
What do you got? What do you got out here? Mantis Shrimp, Sea Dog Saloon. They're gonna slow a lot. We're gonna get hit by a big mantis shrimp, but they only got 2 ammo, man. And we got a lot of sustain. I'll go ahead and say it. I think we're kind of a nightmare for this guy because our defense is so high. We can survive a mantis shrimp hit and just shrug it off. Like, doing 1,000 damage doesn't even matter to a fella such as myself. That being said, any chance you could just hold on here and finish the fight? Master Chief style? Yes, you can! Yes, you can! I guess it helps that we were doing 326 burn times 3 on this bad boy right here. That was big. That was a tough one, man. I mean, it's not that we didn't do anything, but you get the idea. It was tough to call.
Hope you packed a change of clothes.
Maybe packed a
You're
change
gonna
of
get
clothes. Okay. Burn 10. When you use an adjacent item or a dragon item, this gains +6 burn. I don't think it scales fast enough. Battery. Charge the item to the left of this. 2 seconds. Seems better than Robo, but less interesting. Burn equal to this item's value. When you sell a property, this gains value. I mean, I basically am going to take you just as a transformation target. Not to, you know, be a broken record here, but that seems real nice. That seems real nice. Freeze it small for 1 second. Okay. I don't really know what's up with Morgoloth. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll probably lose against him, but let's give it a try. Oh, he's the dude who's got a little bit of everything. I don't know if he scales. He's doing a lot of damage, but I don't know if he scales. If he doesn't scale, we can probably get ourselves to the point where we're popping off. I mean, 156 times 8 is kind of an insane weapon, but... What do you do? +1 multicast for each item from a different hero. That's bait. Chris Army Knife. Bad loot from a tough guy. Okay, I mean, to be honest with you, could I upgrade Seaweed? Yeah, easily. I think I'm gonna upgrade Rowboat, man. Charging 2 seconds instead of 1 second? I think we have so much money that I think I'll just get your burn going a little bit faster. No reason to be thrifty on that one, I think. And then honestly, I'm kind of loving the 50 extra heal. That's a good Vanessa. Level 11 Vanessa on 7. We're level 12 on 8, but I think it's really like it's a rock, paper, scissors setup. What are we going up against? Lifesteal Magic Carpet. I feel... Oh, but Orange... I was going to say it tries to kill you fast, but actually, Orange Julian means that the longer this fight goes on, the more damage you do. I think it might be a question of who scales faster. And it's looking like it's you by a lot. I still think 10 is possibly in the cards for us, though, man. We've lost to 2 pretty cracked runs, if I'm being honest. Okay, this is where things get a little interesting.
There's no one keeping track of reality.
There's no business-like show. This is not what we're looking for. Like no business, I know. It might seem like I'm head empty. It's more like, you know, what am I fishing for from a medium shop? Like a buff for you? Whatever. The extra burn, considering what we're giving up by going to that node instead of another node, I think the extra burn is not really that worth it. Use an item shield 40. Well, let's not count our chickens yet. This guy can be a little menacing. But I do think we have one of the stronger builds that I've had in recent memory. And we've beaten this guy in recent memory. So I do think... Basically, he's close, is what I'm trying to say. I think we got him dead to rights. I do find it kind of hard to believe that Rowboat is like the way that this run should actually be going, but... Did you see the speed of the crits scaling the poison, man? Trash. Trash, but it appeals to me. Okay, upgrade an item? I must be insane, man. I must be insane. Diamond Rowboat? Charge adjacent items 3 seconds? Yeah, every 4.5 seconds, charge adjacent items 3 seconds. Honestly, I just don't want to see you anymore. I don't think you're that relevant for me. 1300 shield shouldn't be that relevant. Temporary boost. 600 HP or 50 heal. If we get way more than 600 out of the 50 heal times 3 items that go off regularly.
Like a hardy one. Need some work.
It's got to be XP potion, man. Even though it's 1 XP.
Were the people who left these things
Dooley.
behind?
Forsaken Dooley on level 13. get to 9, but if you want to give me the enchantment early by giving me a forced cinematic loss here, then so be it. I don't know what your build does. I don't know what it does. Does it scale? I'm trying to watch the numbers. The numbers are going up. That's bad. Our numbers are going up too. Now that I think about it, that's pretty good. Wait, you appear to be doing a lot more damage to me than I'm doing to you. That seems bad. Fair enough. I still don't know what your build does. I guess your dinosaurs get stronger. 1 of 2 enchantments. Yeah. Poison. Damage. I think that the play is you could run Poison Seaweed. I think I'm going to run Poison Seaweed. I also think Damage Seaweed could be really good. I'm going to go all in on Poison just because, like, every time the burn goes off, it'll buff Poison, and every time the Poison goes off, it'll buff Burn. So it might be enough to move the calculus in our favor. Or it might not be. You know, there's lots of opportunities out there in this world. Give me 50 extra heal. I really doubt that we're going to get what we're looking for out of this, but let's take a peek. Does seem bad. Let's go burn skills on this one. Whenever you burn, your poison items gain 4 poison. So we have Toxic Flame. Toxic Flame, Toxic Flame. So this is actually just giving us +1, now that I look at it. But it's +1 per trigger, so I think that's okay. Morgulloth, you're nothing. You're a joke to me. You're a sick joke to a fella such as myself. You don't do anything, Morgulloth. I mogged you 2 days ago. I'm going to mog you again. Brother, you're literally already dead. I do have more than 5 item types. Yeah, okay. 5 or more, I should say. Okay, we killed him much faster this time. That's a good sign, but our opponents are getting stronger at a faster pace as well. Kind of a horrible skill to get, I think, but well, not as good as it could be. First 4 times you use a weapon, charge a poison item. Yeah, man. I can live with that to get these going off faster, to scale our burn faster. I'm really doubtful that the 150 HP is going to make much of a difference, but let's give it a try. Level 14 Vanessa, so a fellow gamer. But no matter what, if this is the end, I can leave today feeling very good about the Bazaar. I think we had a 5, a 7, and an 8 if we lose. But there's a chance, man. Poison Puffer. Burning Beach Ball. Heavy Weather Glass is nasty. Oh, this is the nasty one right there. Okay, quite a lot of burn and poison. It never stops going off. It's over. How much haste did you give off, man? That's insane. Alright, still, good run. I think Rowboat might be trash, by the way, or maybe, I don't know, but it feels a little trashy. For now, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. Later!